Hello and welcome to Highly Questionable. We're happy to be back. What do you like today, Bomani?
Going to chastise some anti-American behavior. That boy at USC stepped on that dude from Alabama in the crotch.
I'm not going to chastise him. Vamos, Pablo.
What?
Is the SEC dominance in college football over?
You know, for a while there, we always talked about the SEC and how much better they were than everybody else in the country. I thought by now we had started to look around and pay attention and realize that most of college football had caught up, or maybe that we were overrating the SEC a little bit in the first place. But it was staggering to see LSU lose at Wisconsin, no matter how strategically inept or quarterbacking inept LSU happened to be. But you still had Alabama trouncing USC. At the top, the very, very tippy top, the SEC is better than everybody else. Everywhere else is just a college football conference.
But that's the thing, though. Everything goes through that conference because you've got that team at the top of the conference, and you need not one but two teams from that conference to end up beating that team in order to knock that team off. Tennessee did not look right this weekend at all. I thought Tennessee belonged in the Final Four last year in terms of talent and the way that they were playing, and they didn't look it in the first week. But as long as Alabama's reigning over the sport, Alabama gets to make this conference the best one.
But if you want to talk about conferences, right now there appears to be only one conference with two really good teams in it, and it's the Big Ten.
Tricky, Nicky.
Yeah, right.
Doing it again
Yeah.
and again and again. It's like an old movie. You keep seeing the same thing over and over and over again. It's getting boring.
Who hates it more right now than USC, who got to have Lane Kiffin stunt all over them, even on the Twitter where he hashtag 3:14 a.m. LAX.
What's more nuts, the Vikings trading for Sam Bradford or the Eagles choosing to start Carson Wentz in week 1?
Well, I feel like you can get any opinion at the sports trough where everyone is giving so many opinions, and yet I can't find a single person who thinks it's a good idea to trade a first-round pick for Sam Bradford. None of us know how good this guy is. All of us think it's totally crazy to continue to trade first-round picks for a guy who can't stay healthy, and when he is healthy, we don't know how good he is. So I don't know how Carson Wentz got into this question, but find me the person, I dare you, who thinks it's a good idea that they traded a first-round pick for Sam Bradford. No way. No.
I mean,
no.
Here's
No.
the thing about it. Here's
No.
what happened. This is what happened. Okay, you go into the airport, got big job interview, right? Maybe your last chance for a big score, and you realize, I left my dress shoes at home. What's that mean? You got to buy dress shoes at the airport from one of the little fancy stores. What's that mean? They're going to beat you over the head for those shoes. The Vikings are in a tricky situation because how long do you keep doubling down on a 31-year-old running back? This is as good a chance as they're going to have. Their other quarterback literally might not ever be a starting NFL quarterback again. I wouldn't want to give up a number one for this, but I also wouldn't want to go to a job interview in a pair of tennis shoes. Now, Carson Wentz, they had told us before he was nowhere near ready to start in week 1. What the hell happened between then and now, given that you paid $7 million for Chase Daniel with the understanding he might have to be your starter at some point?
Hold on a second, if I can, just real quick. Minnesota, none of us thought that they were a piece away, right? But even if you're delusional enough to think that they're a piece away, that piece is not allowed to be Sam Bradford. It's not allowed to be that. It's not.
The other quarterback they could have thought of in that situation, it seems he comes with some controversy after the whole national anthem thing.
I like that, though.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the Eagle fans are going to be very patient with the rookie.
Right. Oh, my God.
And the worst thing for the Eagles, by the way, is they could be the worst team in the league, but that's not the draft pick that they get. They traded away their own pick. They got this other one to recoup.
Should the Saints really consider giving Drew Brees a $100 million contract?
Yeah, Drew Brees, walks on water in New Orleans. Let enough people tell you that because he is tied to the rebirth of the city after Hurricane Katrina. Won a Super Bowl with the Saints, something none of us ever thought was ever going to happen again. And for the better part of the last decade, the Saints have operated on the idea, as long as we have Drew Brees and Sean Payton, we have a chance to win a Super Bowl. But we hear this weekend, he wants to play 5 more years and he wants an extension for $100 million. The last 2 years, they've won a combined 14 games. How far can the Saints keep going mortgaging so much of their salary cap around that one guy? If you can't win with him, when do you start considering life without him?
Yeah, 37 years old is a difficult age, but he's looking at the Tom Brady model, and it seems like Tom Brady isn't aging, even as we keep questioning on this show, hey, when does the aging start? He's super accurate, and this is too expensive for him. You've seen what happens with Flacco. Once you give an aging quarterback or any quarterback too too much of your salary cap room, you can't do what Seattle did when it had value at quarterback with Russell Wilson and ended up spending their money everywhere else.
These Saints, they shouldn't pay him. They should make a trade for Sam Bradford. That's what they should do.
A first-round pick. Yeah, give up a couple of first-rounders for him.
By the way, credit to the Eagles for getting Sam Bradford for Nick Foles and then turning Sam Bradford into a first and a fourth.
Did Megan Rapinoe taking a knee change the way you felt about Colin Kaepernick's statement?
Why would it change the way I feel about Colin Kaepernick's statement? I feel like this is just the producers needing to get a Colin Kaepernick question in because we've been on for a week. We haven't given our answers to how it is that we feel about Colin Kaepernick in this venue. I do think that what Colin Kaepernick did, though, by taking a stand, it risks unpopularity. Leadership always risks unpopularity, and now he's got a follower or two because this unpopular figure who has taken a stance now has other people who are willing to line up behind him, which is why what he did was so brave, because he didn't know if anybody would.
Now, to be fair here, though, this question may be not best suited for the two of us because you might have an idea about what direction we're going to go in answering this, but you're not going to convince me there aren't people who see Megan Rapinoe do this and all of a sudden put it into different contexts, because it's easy to say Colin Kaepernick is just a complainer and he's not playing very well and this is just an excuse and everything else. If Rapinoe does the same thing and echoes the same things that he said and brings to light some of the racial issues that have gone along with this, there are a whole lot of people who will then listen to her. And then there are a bunch of people who will then say, be quiet, you gay woman. Now, let's get clear. We're not going to get it either way where everybody's going to be on the same side of this, but I guarantee there are people in certain circles who see her do this and now look at it in a different light.
Wow. There weren't that many people in that game, eh?
Now, let's get a look. Ah, yeah.
I mean,
well, yeah.
Yeah, there is.
It was hard not to get noticed with this one.
There's the one person there to chronicle that it happened.
What is it, a long line at the concession stand?
It's the first half suspension enough for Jabari Ruffin after stepping on an Alabama player.
All right, we had a couple of cheap shot situations this weekend in college football. This is one of them. Let's check in with Jabari Ruffin right there, stomping on. Yeah, that's not allowed. That's going to, yeah, I love that referee right there, just throwing his flag up high in the sky.
You saw something funny?
That is one of the cheap shots. Well, the referee made me laugh. Yeah, I'm right on that. And then there was this one, less funny. This one is less funny. You will admit, no?
No, yeah, there's not a lot of humor in this one. There ain't no humor in the other one either, to be clear.
Okay, well, I'm about to find the humor in the other one. Yeah, that is vicious. That game is over. That's frustration.
The forearm shiver.
Yeah, and he's been suspended for a game by Les Miles. But here's why I think the first half suspension is enough, Bomani, because he's also got to write a letter of apology. And I love the idea of this guy sitting down and having to detail what he did in a letter of apology. Hey, really sorry, guy, that I stepped on your grapefruits.
You're really going to say a half is okay in that situation. That's really what you're going to say is one half is okay. Hey, at least I'll give him credit. He didn't try to act like he did something else. He looked back at him when he did it. But a one half against Utah State is absolutely sending the wrong message, not to fellow players, but to the kids who grew up with America's Funniest Home Videos and stuff like that and think that sort of behavior is funny. It's not, little man, and one day somebody's going to knock you out cold for it.
That's a good strategy to get rid of all the Alabama players one at a time.
It is. That is the one way that you might be able to get rid of them from dominating college football. One at a time.
No.
One at a time.
Like not rolling another one right off the assembly line.
That's true. They'll get more. But maybe recruits won't want to go there if it was happening one at a time.
That's actually the craziest part, since we don't know any of their players' names. I have no idea who it was that got stepped on.
Yeah, can you imagine that? If you go to Alabama, you're guaranteed not to become a father anymore, you know?
My God. My father, negative recruiting against Nick Saban.
Bright side, save money that way.
Coming up next on Highly Questionable.
Although I feel like in that color jersey, mailbox is more accurate than fire hydrant.
Boom!
Mailbox lays you out, though.
Yeah.
Additional postage required.
Time to play the game that has large nipples. Do you question?
You give us topics and events. We question.
Do you question if the kicker got lucky?
Okay, let's see here. We're going to go out to high school football, maybe.
But he had a game-winning field goal?
Maybe.
He get lucky?
Probably not. Probably not. Let's see what we got here. Oh, you just drilled the guy in the side of the face. That is the way that you onside kick. You find their guy who's least coordinated, and you kick the ball right at his face.
Oh!
Yes, that's excellent work by that guy.
Gotta say, it looked like he had intent. Because otherwise, that ain't no onside kick.
Yeah,
right? And everybody seemed to be really ready for what happened after that. The guys weren't just running down the field.
Okay.
I think my man had, way to go. And after the game, guess what?
Yes, I think we need to question that coach putting that player on the hands team, though.
You know, I think that I have seen a video like that before. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
this is funny.
Yeah, this kid's all grown up now, and he's on the hands team for that high school team.
By the way, I can't really explain my morals as to why I find this to be so hysterical.
Ah!
He could have broken his nose. But I'm assuming he didn't.
Do you question if Penn State should try its kicker at other positions?
All right, Penn State, they got a win over Kent State. The kicker, I've already forgotten his name, but he wears number 99, and you're wondering, why does he wear number 99? Because he does number 99 like things. See here right there is that fire hydrant running up on the ball.
Yes, 99, the number is slimming.
Although I feel like in that color jersey, his mailbox is more accurate than fire hydrant.
Boom!
Mailbox lays you out, though.
Yeah.
Additional posts is required. Look at him. I just want to know how he found out he could kick. Like, that's the part that doesn't make any sense to me. Who was like, yeah, why don't you give this field goal kicking thing a whirl there, Pudge?
What other position would we put him at, though? He's too small to be on the defensive line. He's probably not fast enough to be a defensive back or a linebacker. You're going to get stuck at kicker.
And he didn't ask for 99, by the way. They're like, look, this is the one that fits.
You know, every time I see him, I say to myself, wow, you could have been a football player. You know that?
Yeah, you played soccer too, didn't you?
I didn't see that one coming at all. Did you see my face change expressions as soon as he started that?
Do you question if they should worry Warriors fans?
All right, we're going out to Taiwan. Steph Curry is playing in an exhibition game. There are seconds left in the game. What happens in the game? Against...
That kid is under 17, by the way. Oh!
Steph. I mean...
Wow.
That looked like him at the end against Kevin Love.
Oh, no, I was about to say, that kind of went the other way. I was about to say, after you get locked down by Kevin Love, there's no shock to me if I see him get your shot blocked by a teenager.
Right. I mean, Love was wearing those Nike Air Cements and locked him down at the end of the championship game.
Do you know what Kevin Durant will say when he sees that? Oh, I made the wrong choice.
That would have never happened to Westbrook. You know it wouldn't have happened to Westbrook.
Oh, there would have been no dap after the fact with Westbrook. That's the part I can promise you of.
Do you question whose weekend was worse, Ben Stokes or Ramon Martin del Campo?
As he figures out what's the best way to root for the Latino here, even though winning is losing in this category, it appears. Ben Stokes plays cricket. What do we have here?
Oh! Okay, that's a big loser.
That's unfortunate.
Yes, that...
Someone please call 911.
Yeah, that doesn't feel very good. He's got a lot of protection in a lot of different places, but not there. What do we got in soccer? What do we got?
Mercy now. The pass. He's onside. He's onside. Citani, Citani,
He's in red.
Citani.
He's in red. He's in red.
Oh!
Wow, Martin Del Campo.
Dude, look at the look on number 12's face. He can't even be happy about the
Oh!
Look at number 12. Like number 12 after that was just like, oh my gosh, I feel bad that I had a role in this.
Oh, look at that. Yet another angle that shakes the very foundation of everything about that net.
Honestly, they should have been able to make me laugh with that clip. And the reason is, after that clip, I don't know how they didn't bring out a stretcher. And I normally lose it when the stretcher comes.
You know, I have been saying this for a long time. All these guys, they should wear cups like I do.
Oh, we're going to do this again. Yeah.
Always ready for the unexpected.
Right.
It's your turn.
So when I do mine, see, it's a little Tinkerbell sound.
Yeah.
See, like that, because mine is not, you know.
I don't participate in this game myself.
Under a cabin, I sleep in my phantom. So high dancing with the stars to the Star-Spangled Banner. I change your channel, I change your pattern, I ring your Saturn. I hit your madam, she get on top and I shake the ladder.
A plate of salmon in Cayman Islands, a stripper dancer. If I don't get the car first, I have a tantrum. I'm innovative, I demonstrated, your nickel plated. I don't care if you owe me a nick, shawty, you need to pay me. I can make it bounce by myself. I can make it bounce by myself. I can make it bounce by myself. This broadcast from the Clevelander Hotel on beautiful South Beach, Miami. Time to play the game that likes to watch. See or no?
Likes to watch what? Tell us what's on television tonight. A little too much creepy delight. We'll tell you whether we're intrigued or not.
On Comcast California, Angels and A's.
We haven't covered any baseball in the show, but we are your foul ball leaders here at the network. What do we have here? Foul ball coverage.
It's line foul. Reach for that one.
Oh, over exuberant ball boy. Well, he tried.
For the year.
Chris Smith.
Oh, kid. Yeah. I mean, that's maximum effort. Oh, and look. Yeah, there you go. That's what you get for all of your services, kid. Good work. Bomani, are you intrigued?
Yeah, that Chris Smith dude's a buster for doing the kid like that. And shout out to the kid, because who hasn't wanted to have the joy of diving for a ball at a Major League Baseball stadium? It was like living fantasy camp right there.
Papi, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Listen, you need a new ball boy. You know, I mean, that kid missed that ball. You know, you got to be able to stop that shot. You know, I don't care. You got to use your head. You got to use your hand. You got to use your foot. But you got to stop that ball. He missed it, so you need a new ball boy. This is the big leagues.
Let me tell you something. If the A's got rid of people for missing balls like those, their record would be better.
On ESPN, the U.S. Open.
Sure, Djokovic plays tonight, and I want to check in with a 123-mile-an-hour serve. Do you want to see a 123-mile-an-hour serve?
I can see it.
Gregor Dimitrov. Let's see what he's got here. That is the worst place for a 123-mile-an-hour serve.
You didn't tell us it was a fault.
Yeah, that is. Look at that right there. How about 123 miles an hour of this right there? All right, thanks for your service to the U.S. Open. Bomani, are you intrigued?
Yeah, I do the U.S. Open. By the way, Djokovic is playing against Joe Willie Tsonga. Have you ever seen Joe Willie Tsonga's brother? You may have seen him hosting his and hers, because the dude looks just like Michael Smith.
Really? I don't really. Okay, Papi, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Listen, that's the reason they call it the ball boy. But listen, it could have been much worse.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
Way to play it off, though. He did one of them clay court slides that make the greats great. Got him fast, right in position, too. What kind of oversight, by the way, do they have over those children where that kid hit his face on the wall and his only concern was, I have to get back in position?
On NBC, America's Got Talent.
Oh, the long snapper for the Eagles. He's a magician. We've liked him around here. He's done a lot of work for us in terms of giving us videos so that we don't actually have to do show while watching him. He's in the finals. Let's watch.
Hey, thanks for having me back. Hey, I thought I'd bring some props. I got a huge map of America. I got a treasure chest that my grandparents gave me when I was a little kid. And I got this journal. Howie, this is important. This is yours. Hold on to it. You're responsible. You got it.
All
Good.
right.
You four judges are going to throw or snap to randomly pick states on this map. As you can see, there's numbers in the states. We're going to add those up. Hopefully it makes sense with the treasure in the chest.
What do I do, Howie?
You just go like that? Yeah. Okay, hold on. Simon, you missed an 8 by 12 foot map. That's impressive.
Can I throw it?
You can throw it. Perfect. Now hold on. Simon, it's between Hawaii and Alaska. Where do you want to go?
Alaska.
Alaska it is. Simon is going to Alaska. Yes! Woohoo! Simon, you guys can sit. There it is. Oh, nice! Mel B is on Texas. Go. Nice shot. Holy cow. There's a journal there. I keep all my secrets in the journal. Open that up. Hurry up. Open it up. Look, there's a map in there.
Yeah?
Why is this important? This map wasn't for me as a kid. It was for you guys. So Simon, you would find your way to Alaska.
Oh
Mel B, you would get to Texas. Heidi, you always wanted to go to Wyoming. And I tell you what, there you are. Howie going to Oklahoma. Yo, my name's John Dornbos. Peace out, baby. Go Birds.
going to be so much better than anything the Eagles do this year. But, Monty, are you intrigued?
I feel like he need to get his nose in his playbook and start getting ready for the upcoming season. Like, how has he been on our show so many times, but I feel like I ain't seen him on television not once in an actual football game. Get on your grind, man. The season just started.
Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. But listen, something tells me that Simon didn't play football in high school.
Yeah, he's not much of an athlete.
Yeah, they don't snap in rugby or whatever kind of games they play over there in that other country.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
Back tomorrow. Talk to you then.
Gracias. See you mañana.
Well, I think that I have been unfair to you today. You know that?
Yeah. Okay.
At least it's on ESPN News.